John is with us in Miami, Florida. Hi, John. How are you?
Hi, Dave. I'm honored to be speaking with you today.
You too, sir. What's up?
My wife and I are debt-free, and we are currently, except for our mortgage, and our goal at this point is to pay extra on our mortgage.
Good.
The issue that I'm having right now is with her parents. They continually borrow money off us, and we're essentially their emergency fund at this point. The most recent amount was in excess of $500, and they do pay us back, but I believe they mismanage their money and they rely on us. So my question is, do we continue to lend them the money? Because essentially she cannot tell them no, and it's causing arguments and a lot of stress in our marriage. So is there any advice you can offer us?
Sure.
And is there a right or wrong answer?
Well, there's a right answer. So how old is she, your wife?
44.
Okay. So she's been out of the house quite a while. And why does she have trouble telling them no? Just the family script? Her mom or her dad are just overbearing type people, or what?
She worries about them a lot. They're in a situation where I believe they have enough money to make ends meet, but they just don't. Yeah. They mismanage their money. And
so why do you feel like I'm not talking about them. I'm asking you about your wife. Why do you feel like your wife doesn't look at them and see what you see?
Maybe because they're her parents, and I try to put myself in her shoes, and if they were mine, but I don't know what it is within her that she can't say no and how it affects our relationship, our core relationship at this point.
Okay, here's what I would tell her if she was my wife. Okay, this is not about her parents. This is about your wife. That's where the core issue is here, okay? Enablers, which is what she is, when you give a drunk a drink, you are enabling alcoholism. You are assisting the drunk in being an alcoholic. That's what an enabler is, okay? Enablers are the nicest people you will ever run into. I bet your wife is just sweet. You're kind of like me. I think you're a little bit rough around the edges. I bet your wife is sweet.
She is. That's part of the issue.
Yeah, I bet she is. Most enablers are. They see this as just that telling her mother no would just be mean. That's how your wife views it, because she's a sweet person, right? Am I right?
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So if you'll think about it that way when you're talking to your wife, here's what you need to tell her. Honey, you're a sweet person, and you think you're being nice. But the truth is, if you give a cocaine addict cocaine, if you give a crack addict crack, if you give someone who misbehaves with money, you are not being nice. You are causing them to continue to harm themselves. That's not nice at all. So most enablers in an effort to be nice actually end up being very mean to the people that they supposedly love because they're just weak. You see what I'm saying? And
absolutely.
I have sat with enablers and told them, listen, if you'll get it in your head that you're actually harming them by doing this, you'll quit doing it. Now, once you've done that, then your wife comes over onto the side of, I'm going to love my parents well, which is I'm not going to participate in their freaking insanity. That's loving them well. If you got a buddy that's doing cocaine, you don't help him kill himself, right?
Right.
To love him well would be to help him walk away from the cocaine, correct? And if you got somebody misbehaving with money, it's not nearly as serious as cocaine, but it is still misbehavior. These people misbehave. They're immature, they're disorganized, and they've never addressed their stuff. And so if I loved them, what I would do is not continue to give them money unless it had strings attached, like you have to go through Financial Peace University, and I'm going to give you this $500. I don't want to loan it to you, but in order for you to get this $500, you have to sign up for a Financial Peace University class, and I'll pay for that too. But you guys have to learn to handle money because you've worked your whole lives. You got nothing because you mishandle. You make enough to not be broke, and you mishandle it. Now, that is an act of love towards them. And you can't do it. She has to do it. Because you're the evil son-in-law.
She wants to take money from her parents. They give us $50 a month to set aside, but that's essentially us managing their money for them.
That's 4-year-old stuff.
Yeah.
Do that with a 5-year-old. I don't do that with grown people. You could take over their whole checkbook and manage it for them if they have dementia, but they don't have dementia. They have laziness and disorganization and immaturity, and they need to grow up, right?
Yes.
Now, I'm being brutal, okay? I'm being very correct.
I know.
And I don't want you to talk to them this way. I want her to talk to them this way. Mom and Dad, I love you, and we will not participate in you not handling money well anymore. So this time we're going to give you the $500. We're not going to loan it to you, but under 2 stipulations. Number 1, we're not giving you any more. This is the last time it's going to happen. Number 2, you're going to go through Financial Peace University, and we'll be your cheerleaders and your biggest coach because we want you to turn this around. We're not here to shake our finger at you and condemn you, but I'm not going to give a drunk a drink anymore. That's a loving act. What she's doing now is not loving. It's weakness, and she's copying out. She has no courage. It's not loving at all. She's just so nice, she won't deal with it. So that's how I would handle it if I were you guys. I can tell you that will also help you with your marriage relationship, you and your wife, because this is a boundaries issue is what it's called. And her father or her mother, whoever it is that makes the phone calls, has become a travel agent for guilt trips. And they call up and tell her all the things they used to do for her when she was 4 and use that as leverage to remind her that to be a good daughter, she has to give them money and participate in their delusional craziness.
You're right. They do call, and she feels guilty if she doesn't lend to them. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, they're travel agent for guilt trips. It's exactly what they do. It's a normal pattern, man. And so, but the trick is you got to bolster your wife and convince her that she's not helping them, she's hurting them. If she really gets that, she'll go, oh, I would never hurt my parents. No, darling, you wouldn't. And I'll stand with you, but you're the one that has to talk to them and tell them. And you pay for Financial Peace University for them, John. It'll be good for them to have their son-in-law do that. And you give them another $500 or another $1,000. I don't mind you helping them, but I want to help them win. I don't want to participate in their losing. Hold on. I'm going to have Kelly send you a copy of my buddy Henry Cloud's book. It's called Boundaries. Your wife doesn't have any. You guys got to read this book. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show.